Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you about some key transits that are going to be taking place in the month of March that'll really color the way that you experience the month from the beginning to the end. Now, we all know we start off March in Pisces season that can be very dreamy, very creative, and can lead you to be very outside of the box, okay? Very into your own feelings and kind of letting yourself move with life, okay? Letting yourself go with the flow. And that's exactly what you'll need to be doing in the very beginning of the month, because on March 1st, the first transit we're all going to be experiencing is the Sun sextile Uranus. So Uranus has been in the sign of Taurus for the past 4 years now, about. So, we all know within the last couple of years we've experienced COVID, and the whole thing about Uranus and Taurus is changes, sudden changes, which is something that Uranus always brings, okay? And sudden changes that change with this sign in Taurus, the way that we move about life, the way that we deal with conventions, it changes the way that we deal with things that we see as comforting to us, okay? It can change the way that we go about our everyday life and our conventions, even the way that we make money. So, with the Sun sextiling Taurus here, one of the things that you really want to be aware of is that it's going to be a lot easier for you in the beginning of March. So, it might not just have to be with dealing with COVID. It could have to do with anything within your life that you've had a sudden change in, where you've had to then change the way that you deal with your everyday. Maybe you've gotten a new job and they do things very differently there, with Uranus being the planet of sudden change, okay? The planet of unpredictability, where things often happen that within the blink of an eye just completely transforms the way that we go about our life, okay? Maybe you move to a neighborhood where the vibe, the people are just so different from what you're used to and you feel out of your element. Well, you're in luck, because with the Sun in creative Pisces that's willing to go with the flow, you're going to be able to find a lot of creative and unorthodox ways in order to maneuver through your life, the way that you're going to be able to go with the flow in places that used to feel uncomfortable, in areas of your life where you used to feel as if it was almost borderline problematic, okay? They're going to change so that you'll be able to think of creative solutions that you may not have been able to do in other times in your life. And what you need to do is really just be open to source, open to spirit to give you those solutions, and it's going to make life a lot easier for you. All right, the way that you make money might also change as well. Now, the second transit that's going to happen mid-month is going to be Uranus sextile Mercury. And so, with a lot of these changes that we've been going through, you might find yourself talking about it. Also, with Uranus and Taurus and Mercury in the sign of Pisces, one of the things that you're going to be thinking about is ways that you're different as well. Embracing those differences within yourself, and maybe even connecting with people who share those differences with you, okay? Because we're all weird, we're all unconventional in our own ways. Only things fit inside boxes, people don't, okay? So we all have ways where we're a bit quirky, where we are a little bit different from the norm, where we might even consider ourselves a little bit weird, okay? Especially with the sign of Mercury here in Pisces, you might find yourself talking a lot about your creativity if you're a creative person. And if you're into astrology, you probably are, okay? And you might find other people who actually are like minded and connect with you in those ways, all right? So, in addition to this, for those of you who are writers, for those of you who are very good communicators, you might find yourself writing a lot, or even opening up maybe a social media channel or something of that nature to be able to talk about and communicate about those things that make you feel different, okay? Or about changes that have happened in your life. If you've had any traumatic changes that have occurred, in your life within the past couple of years, you might even open up a blog and start talking about it, or starting your own YouTube channel and really releasing a lot of that, not only for healing with Mercury here in Pisces, but also to connect with others, because we feel more secure when we know that we are not alone and there are other people who have gone through those same things as we have, okay? So that transit Mercury sextile Uranus is going to be happening in the middle of the month, okay? On March 17th. So in addition to that, the last transit that you're going to be experiencing in the month of March on March 29th is going to be Venus conjunct Saturn. All right. So with Venus conjunct Saturn, you're going to be feeling maybe a little bit slowed down in being able to achieve your goals. Okay. So you might have some goals that you want to achieve. You might have some things you really wanted to do, or maybe there's even a relationship that you wanted to get into with this transit, including Venus. All right. And as the sun moves from Pisces into Aries, we're going to be moving into that go-getter energy. We're going to be moving into that energy of goal setting, of being a champion, of not just going with the flow, but getting that bag or getting the girl, okay, or achieving whatever it is that you want to attain, of attainment and not just of experiencing, okay? So with the sun making this shift, with this transit, it includes Saturn. So with Saturn, there's always restrictions, but sometimes restrictions are for our maturity and to make us better, to discipline us, right? So, with this transit, including Saturn, one of the things you're going to have to do is to embrace those delays, okay? Embrace that what is slowing you down, okay? That's life. Life, unfortunately, in the 3D has to do with restrictions, has to do with sometimes things taking a little bit slower than what we would like. But what you're going to need to do with this Venus conjunct Saturn transit is to learn to stop to smell the roses, okay? Enjoy your day, beautify your home, beautify yourself, fall into a self-care routine, okay? With Venus here in the sign of Aquarius, all right? Enjoy those sudden changes. Enjoy those times when things don't go exactly your way and you end up exploring a new city or getting to know new people or at a new bar or something, like whatever those twists and turns of life might be for you. And as you stop to smell the roses, you're going to realize that after you've basically gone with the flow, after you've submitted yourself to that restriction of time, your manifestations will happen in no time. All right. So if you guys are interested in getting a reading from me, please DM, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.